In 2 days, Sunday to Monday night, ABBA has the chance to win 4 Grammy Awards at the 65th Annual Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. Let's talk about our feelings and predictions. Hey! So, last year ABBA had their very first Grammy nomination ever with their comeback single I Still Have Faith in You, nominated for Record of the Year. The winner was Silk Sonic, a duo which was formed the year before. This year, ABBA is back at the Grammy Awards with no less than 4 nominations. So what are the chances this time for them to win at least one award? Let's take a look at these categories. Their album Voyage is nominated twice, for Album of the Year and for Best Pop Vocal Album. Besides ABBA, 4 other artists are nominated in both categories: Adele, Harry Styles, Lizzo and Coldplay. In brackets you can see the number of their total nominations in the overall ceremony. 5 further artists are nominated for Album of the Year, and one of them is Beyoncé. She has the most nominations this year with 9 selections. ABBA's song Don't Shut Me Down is also nominated 2 times, for Record of the Year, like I Still Have Faith in You last year, and for Best Pop, Duo or Crew Performance. Again, many artists of those 2 album categories also share their nomination for Record of the Year. But 3 of the artists in Best Pop, Duo or Crew Performance have their only Grammy nomination in this category. They don't have any other nomination, so I wonder, will one of them be preferred in this category? On the other hand, ABBA only have 2 nominations for their album and 2 for Don't Shut Me Down, so will they be preferred in one of the other 3 categories? I have no idea how it works or if there is a system anyway, but I know one thing for sure. I know how I felt last year when I was watching that entire ceremony from start to finish. I did that so to get into the spirit, to have a feeling for the show and for ABBA's first Grammy nomination. And you know how I felt? Like a complete outsider. I had no sense for anything that was going on, for the artists, the speeches, the appearances, and all of a sudden, in the midst of this curious world, there was this European band from Sweden, ABBA, I Still Have Faith in You. This year I had a similar feeling, even stronger. You just have to go through the list of nominees. They also list producers and songwriters. And then you see ABBA in all its simplicity. Benny and Björn writing the songs, Benny and Bernard mixing, and Björn Engelmann as mastering engineer. Look at the other nominees, look at all those other artists and people they need for their recordings. ABBA, 4 people, 4. At this show, they look and feel like outsiders, but successful all over the world, leading pioneers. Does the American Grammy show realize that? Are they aware of ABBA's importance? I think they do. They gave their recognition for ABBA with 4 nominations, and not just any. ABBA is part of the 2 biggest categories, Album of the Year and Record of the Year. Voyage, Don't Shut Me Down. And the fact that their album is nominated finally gives ABBA what they deserve for decades, the recognition that ABBA is more than a singles band, that they are masterful artists at crafting an entire cohesive album. Nominated for Album of the Year, Voyage. Nominated for Best Pop Vocal Album, Voyage. One of the problems might be that ABBA just don't participate in any part of this show. They gave one statement last year, and only upon request, and a cynical one at that. A Grammy should be mandatory for those who dare leave 40 years between album releases. We suggest a new category. And as far as I understand, you've got to participate, you've got to go out on dinner with influential people, you've got to socialize. Surely that's not all there is to it, but ABBA just don't do it at all, in no way. And I'm all with ABBA. If that's what I need to do, besides the artistry, then I couldn't care less. And ABBA already won with the fact that they did this enormous undertaking, the biggest comeback, the most emotional one. They already won by being nominated for 5 Grammy Awards as Swedish artists at this American show. And they know that. But will they win again? Will they actually receive one of those awards? I kind of see that more as a technicality, but it would be a fascinating one. We will see on Sunday night. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the follow-up video when we discuss the results. Alright, until then, hey do!